The smartest marketers never guess who's watching. They know, right? Most videos miss because we assume who the viewer is instead of actually proving it. And it's not about slick edits, big ad spend, or viral luck. It's about pulling the hidden audience profile out of any clip, even for your competitors. Today, I'll show you how to do it in under 5 minutes. We'll run the method on 5 videos across 5 totally different topics. After this, you'll never wonder who you're talking to again, right? I'm going to show my screen and I'm going to show you a brand new Target Audience Toolkit that we're rolling out inside of Alphana. This is similar to what we did with the Viral Video Toolkit, where we were able to extract any viral hook from any video, but now we're going to do this for pulling out who your target audience is or who your competitors are targeting. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Right now I've got Alphana open. And what we want to do is we want to be able to extract the target audience from any video so you know who your profile is. Now, in order to do that, what I want to do is actually grab a video that we found on YouTube. And I've got 3 examples here and I've got 2 that I've already preloaded. So we're going to cover 5 today. I'm going to go ahead and copy this YouTube link. And inside of Alphana, I'm going to go ahead over here on the top left and click create. And down here, you're going to see this add YouTube button, right? Because what I want to do is I want to extract from this YouTube video. I'm going to go ahead and paste that here. Now, that's the first step in Alphana is you want to get your source content, right? I can either upload a YouTube link or I can upload a video or audio file. So I'm going to let this one run. But I'm going to show you guys a pro tip while we're letting this content run is I can actually duplicate this tab and I can come here and copy a second video that I pulled from YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and click create and we're going to repeat that process one more time. So I'm going to come in here. I clicked add YouTube or video. I'm going to paste a YouTube link and then I'm going to go ahead and hit import. Again, you can upload your own video or do it from YouTube. Now, I have a third video, so why not have that one running, right? If you have 10 different videos that you need to load into Alphana to generate content, just open up 10 different tabs. You can have them all running in parallel. So I'm going to come in here and click add YouTube. Now I'm adding a third video and I'm going to go ahead and hit import. So right now we have 3 different videos that are currently importing into Alphana. And you can see here, I've got one here. This is the second one, which completed, which is great. And then the third one, which is here still running. You can see here it says importing. So in order to be able to use, I'm going to use the one that's already done, that just finished importing. We have an entire library of different content pieces that you can create, right? But today we're not worried about creating content. Today we're trying to extract and pull out the target audience so that we can then create content to target that audience. So I'm going to go ahead and hit templates, and there's a brand new template. If you scroll down to our featured templates, you'll see here called the Target Audience Toolkit. Right? This is going to help you to nail your target audience, the messaging and the content, and it's all going to happen in one single flow. So once you select that template, I'm going to go ahead down here in the bottom right, hit next. In this case, I don't really want to edit the transcript, so I'm just going to skip that and then click generate here in the bottom right. So now I've got one project generating. Let's look at the other ones that are importing. So I've got this second video still importing. The third one, boom, this third video finished. While the other one's creating, I'm going to go ahead and hit template. I'm going to come down here again. I'm going to hit Target Audience Toolkit. I'm going to hit next, say no, I don't want to edit the transcript, and I'm going to hit generate. So now as you can see, I've got 2 videos that I am currently now researching and analyzing who the target audience is, right? So here's one, and everything here is in generation mode. This video finished, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Again, what we're doing is bulk. We're pulling in 3 here. I've already got 2 loaded. Target audience. I'm going to say no, I don't need to edit the transcript, and I'm going to hit generate. Guys, it's as easy as that. As soon as you do that, we start transcribing the content, we analyze the video, and down here, we'll start to see the content automatically start generating so that we can extract 3 big things. We're going to focus on a target audience analysis so we can understand who they are. Then we put together an audience messaging framework, and then we want to extract the pain points and create content ideas based on those pain points. So we're going to let these run for just a minute. Meanwhile, if you've got any questions, please drop them in the chat, or if you have any videos that you want me to try this on, shoot me a link. I'd be more than happy to throw it up on here on the screen as well. All right, so that one's working on it. Oh, this one's already, look at this. This one's already in progress. All right. And again, in Alphana, you can see everything happening in real-time generations, as you could see here. And so we've got 3 pieces of content already being generated. Look at that. Let's see how the other ones are doing. All right, these are all still in progress. They're longer videos, so they take a little bit longer. Boom. Perfect. So the other ones are generating, but it looks like this one's, let's see, pretty much complete. And now it's going to generate a title. So we automatically generate a title for the video, and that'll populate up here in the top left as soon as that part's complete. All right, so what do we have here? If I click here to target audience analysis, okay, again, we want to know who we're talking to, right? Why do we want to know who we're talking to? If we don't know who our audience is, then they're not going to discover your content. And also, if I'm targeting, let's say, real estate agents, but all my content is about, I don't know, busy dads at work, you're never going to target the right person, right? So you want to make sure that you have that target audience. So if you find a video online that resonates with what you're talking about, you could pull that video in here and extract to understand who that target audience is. And so in this case, right, this video is remote workers who prioritize mental health and seek practical, low-cost strategies to improve their daily routines and work-life balance. Look at how descriptive that is, right? Remote workers, so you know who they are. They're people who are working remotely. But they're not just any remote workers. They're remote workers who prioritize mental health and seek practical, low-cost strategies to improve their daily routines and work-life balance. You see, your target audience could have been remote workers who live in Miami, as an example. It could have been, remote workers who are looking to start their own job. That would have been a completely different demographic. They're more entrepreneurial. But in this case, they're remote workers who are going to continue working at the job that they are, but they're trying to prioritize their mental health and they're trying to improve their daily routines. They're not trying to change their career path, right? They're just trying to improve their existing life. This is super important in understanding who that audience is, right? So now you understand it. Now, what we do with this is we automatically generate an overview for this audience for you, right? Again, this is all marketers' dreams, right? Any marketer who's really good at this is what you want to have before you go out and just start promoting. So in this case, let's read this out loud, right? In this prompt. Remote workers spend most of their day at home, often juggling personal and professional responsibilities. They face challenges like maintaining productivity, managing mental health, and setting boundaries between work and personal life. Their environment can lead to feelings of isolation and burnout if not managed well. Many of them struggle to establish routines that separate work from relaxation, leading to overwork or lack of focus. They value simple, actionable solutions that fit into their busy lives. This audience is unique because they actively seek ways to improve their mental health and productivity without spending a lot of money. They are open to advice and eager to implement habits that offer real, noticeable benefits. I mean, this really helps you to understand who this audience is, right? If you're going to come up with a new company, a business, or a new marketing campaign, right? These are all insights that you want to be able to leverage so you know who you're talking to. And what's great is that we also pull out, all right, what is the target market's age range, right? We're looking at 25 to 45-year-olds. Gender, in this case, we're looking at all, right? Male, female, etc. Income range. So in this segment, right, their income range is between $40,000 to $80,000 a year. Then we go into like the psychographics of it, right? And in this case, it's like they value mental health and emotional well-being. They seek balance between work and personal life. They prefer low cost and free solutions to daily challenges, right? If I just skip ahead, they value communication and staying connected well to others, right? These are all things that are so important as part of like their motivators. And if you scroll down here, look at the pain points. What are they struggling with, right? They struggle to set clear boundaries between work and home life. They experience feelings of isolation while working remotely. They find it hard to maintain a consistent daily routine. So if you think about these pain points, if you were trying to market to this segment, right? And again, we're going to do this on multiple topics, but your content could literally be about like, how not to struggle and set clear boundaries between work and home life. Boom. I just turned this pain point into a brand new piece of content that you want to put, right? Let's look at this one. They often overwork, leading to burnout and stress. How to not burn out and get stressed over work. I'm just making up an example, right? And so this allows you to see the different pillars of content that could be created to be able to target this audience, right? Then over here, you look at purchase motivations, right? What motivates them to be able to purchase whatever product it is or service that you offer in this case, right? And so purchase motivation is like they want tools to help them to create clear daily routines. All right, well, if it's going to help them with daily routines and there's a tool that's going to help them to do that, they're more willing to buy, right? They seek advice that improves mental health without high costs. All right, great. So you're not going to go at them with a $200 a month product, right? You want something that's low cost and that's going to improve their mental health. Maybe it's a, $12 a year app, or a email list subscription that they pay a small amount per year, right? There's so many different things you can think about. And so this helps to extract and tell you all of their purchase motivations. And then here provides you with supporting analysis, right? And so why is it a fit? And so in this case, this audience is a great fit for products and services focused on improving mental health and productivity for remote workers. Their pain points like isolation and lack of routines align with solutions that emphasize structure and connection, right? So this kind of goes a little bit deeper into the evidence behind everything that we showed you above here for their target audience. Let's just make sure all these finished. Yep, we've got 3 more here. Beautiful. And I've got another 2 on inside ready to go. Awesome. Awesome. So the next piece that we look at, right, aside from target audience, is we look at the audience messaging framework. Okay. This puts together, like, for example, the audience core motivations. So if you're trying to message them, right, it just goes a little bit deeper. So maintaining mental health while working from home is a priority, finding simple, cost-free ways to improve daily routines. It breaks it out to understand the core motivations. Then it goes into the emotional triggers. So for example, relief from feeling overwhelmed by work-life imbalance, right? Or comfort in having a structured and predictable daily routine, right? Or satisfaction in creating a healthier, happier work from home lifestyle. So then it's like, all right, well, if I'm going to talk to this audience, what should the tone and the voice style be, right? Because I think every audience has a different voice and tone that they would resonate more with. And in this case, the tone should be supportive and approachable with a focus on empathy. Use conversational and relatable language to connect with the audience. Keep the style encouraging, offering practical advice without being overwhelming. Beautiful. Now, for those of you who have been on Alphana before, you know that you can customize the tone and voice. So if you were trying to talk to this audience, I could copy and paste this tone. I can come up here to the 3-dot menu and click custom instructions. The custom instructions tells our AI on how to communicate. What is the tone? What is the voice? How do you write? How do we want to talk to people? And so I have my own custom instructions in here, but I can just go ahead and delete this, and I could paste word for word the prompt with the tone and voice and save this to my account. Once I save this, every time I generate new content, like a LinkedIn post, a tweet, a title, ideas, coming up with hooks, it'll now leverage this new tone that is related to this particular audience. Does that make sense? Go ahead, drop a comment. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Right here, this kind of showed you the audience messaging framework. The third card is the pain point to content ideas. Okay. So now we're like, all right, we understand their pain points. Let's come up with a couple content ideas based on this. Okay. It's not going to give you the final actual content pieces you're going to go out with. That'll be another step. But right now, it's going to give you some of the ideas behind it, right? The first thing, again, is it extracts the pain points. Okay. What are they struggling with? Perfect. Now, what are content ideas to address those pain points? All right, perfect. So let's look at some of these ideas I came up with. Create a guide for setting up effective work from home routines. Perfect. So here it's talking about, let's create a guide. Maybe it's a PDF, something that you can send to people on how to do this. Share tips for establishing clear boundaries between work and personal time. Awesome. Offer advice on staying socially connected while working remotely. Discuss the benefits of taking regular breaks during the workday. And finally, highlight simple, cost-free practices to improve mental health at home. So these are just giving you a couple ideas of how to address these pain points. And then here it gives you a couple example hooks that you can use. So hooks or title ideas, right? So here's one: how to create work from home routine that actually works. Or 5 easy ways to separate work and personal life at home. The best free habits to improve your mental health right now. Or the fourth one, why taking breaks can make you more productive. And then last but not least, how to stay social and connected while working remotely. These are all example hooks, right? And if you guys watched our last session, right, we went all into details about extracting content for virality, understanding how hooks work. The hooks are like the first 3 seconds of your video, or if you think about it, it's like the first 3 lines inside of a text post, like on LinkedIn or on X or one of these. And so these are what help drive people to actually watch and consume the content that you are giving to people. And so we want to make sure that these hooks, they're on topic, they hit directly and address the pain points that people have, because once you can address the pain points in the hook, it keeps them to continue watching and continue engaging with your content. So this is an example of our Target Audience Toolkit that we just rolled out. You saw that it took 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, to literally drop a link and generate all of this for you. It gives you the framework and everything you need to be able to generate content. And I'm going to show you a couple examples now with different audiences so that you guys have a good idea of how that works. So let's pull up the next one just to give you an idea. I do want to play the audio, but I'm going to need your help to tell me if you can hear the audio through the screen share. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press play. I don't think there's a way that I could share audio. We'll work on that for next time. But this one's just talking about, and we could scroll and I'll show you, but I thought it'd be helpful if you got a good visual and audio with it. We could share these projects later if you want to take a look at it. So in this case, we have a completely different audience. This one's about busy moms who manage their own businesses and prioritize fitness to maintain energy and confidence. Like two completely different videos, and you see two different audiences that people can market to, right? This is busy moms who manage their own businesses and prioritize fitness to maintain energy and confidence. Who are these moms, right? These moms juggle running their businesses with family responsibilities, often starting their days early to fit in workouts. Their routines vary depending on life's demands, but they consistently prioritize fitness, whether it's a 20-minute circuit or a longer walk later in the day. They value maintaining high energy levels and mental clarity, which helps them excel in both personal and professional roles. Confidence is key for them, as it directly impacts how they represent themselves to clients and peers. They often face time constraints, requiring efficient solutions to meet their fitness and wellness goals while balancing their busy schedules. So if you see this is completely different than the last one and the last topic that we looked at here, where they were talking about remote workers, right? And the age range completely different, right? We're talking 30 to 45-year-olds. We're talking about females, right? We're talking about moms. Income range, they're between $50,000 to $100,000 a year. We look at the psychographics, it extracts it for you. This does all the work for you. Like, I can't tell you how important it is and how many people struggle on even, number one, knowing that you can pull this types of information out, or even having this information about who your target market is, right? And if you look at the psychographics, right, they value fitness as a tool for energy and mental clarity. They prioritize confidence to succeed in their business roles. Let's look at this one. They are motivated by the long-term benefits of staying active, right? And if we look at the pain points, right, they're struggling to find time for those workouts. They want to work out, but they can't, right? They've got busy schedules. They're feeling drained and low on energy. Difficulty maintaining confidence in high pressure business environments. Limited access to fitness solutions that are tailored to their time constraints, right? And so how are they motivated, right? Give them a solution that's going to save them time and fit into their morning routines, right? Workouts that boost energy and mental clarity, right? And again, we break down the supporting analysis. And what's great is we also create the audience messaging framework. Tells you about their motivations, the triggers, their tone and voice style. This one's a little bit different, right? It's supportive, relatable, and encouraging. It uses a conversational and understanding style that resonates with busy individuals. Keep the messaging empathetic yet motivating, focusing on practical solutions, right? And then last but not least, of course, the pain point to content ideas. It breaks those down just like I showed you in the other video. Just so you can see a different hook, here's a couple extra ones, right? How to feel more energized with 20 minutes a day, or 5 ways to fit workouts into your busy mom schedule. Boom, directly hitting a pain point. Here's the third one. Why skipping self-care is costing you energy and confidence, okay? These are just a couple examples. Let's look at another video, okay? I know you can't hear this one, but let's see who the target audience is, okay? In this case, college students who struggle with budgeting, financial literacy, and managing limited income while balancing academic responsibilities and personal expenses. Like, this is completely different, right? We had busy moms, we had remote workers, and now we've got college students, right? So if, let's say you're a financial company, you're an accounting company, or you're a coach that helps others with their budgeting purposes, but you want to niche down and you're like, all right, who can I niche down to? Well, we've got a segment, right? College students, right? And they need help. They don't have the financial literacy. They don't understand how to do budgeting. They've got limited income while they're going to school, right? And so this is particularly a niche, especially if you're in the finance area, that you could go ahead and target. And this provides you who the target audience is. It gives you an overview for this, tells you the age range, the gender, the income, the psychographics, right? Understanding what they value, how they prioritize. It tells you exactly what their pain points are, how they're overwhelmed by financial stress. They struggle balance academic and financial responsibilities, right? what their purchase motivations are, and supporting analysis. So if you haven't caught this yet, let's say you're not a marketer, you don't know how to use this and put it into practice. All this information right here, if you ever wanted to launch an ad and you wanted to go to Meta or Instagram and Facebook, right? Or TikTok or any other social platform and you wanted to launch ads, this is key information for you, right? Because now when it asks you, who do you want to target, you can pull in keywords like college students. You could look up, you could narrow down the age range, right? Target 18 to 25-year-olds, right? And you can put other things that like keywords like, financial literacy or budgeting or other keywords that you can extract here directly from their pain points to see who you could target on their profiles and launch an ad to help market your business or your company or a product or anything else that you're trying to promote. Awesome. I've got 2 more examples, just that way you guys have an idea that I had already uploaded. Let's pull these up. We won't go through them as in depth, but that way you guys have an idea. So we have this video here, a 30-minute video. And here we go. Who's the target audience in this case? Small business owners and SaaS founders seeking effective content marketing strategies to improve customer awareness and drive engagement. Like completely different, right? This is more on the business side. It's not consumer. We're talking about business owners. We're talking about software company owners and founders. Again, breaks down the overview, tells you the age range of who you're trying to target. If you look here, like who they're trying to look, they often rely on tools like Google Analytics or platforms like Capterra to track and attract potential clients. Their willingness to adapt and experiment with strategies makes them unique, but they need a clear framework to prioritize efforts and avoid wasting resources on non-impactful content. Like this is a gold mine if you're trying to create content, or even if you're a teacher and you're trying to target students and you found content and you want to make it relatable. All of this is here to help you with that. All right, so this just shows you now the audience messaging framework. Same thing, same structure, but again, does all the work for you. And then pain point to content ideas, shows you what the pain points are, gives you the pain points to address them. And last but not least, we've got topics and hooks, right? Like your 5-step guide to prioritizing content marketing efforts, how to know if you have a problem worth solving, why understanding customer awareness stages is key to better marketing. And then this one, again, another one, same framework, same tool, completely different video. This one's targeting small business owners and DIY enthusiasts who create and sell handmade crafts or upcycled furniture for profit. And again, it gives you the full breakdown of that target audience. So what I encourage everyone to do is, one, if you don't know who your target audience is, but you've already been creating content, take that content, upload your video into Alphana, and now extract and let it tell you exactly who your target audience is, or try to help you narrow it down, right? So you can see what's repeatable. And you can upload multiple videos because maybe you have 10 different videos you've uploaded and maybe they're targeting different people. Let's see what those overlaps are. Add all 10 and let's extract it and then see what the target audiences look like across those. You could also see like, hey, my video that was, targeting this particular audience actually did better than my other video who targeted a different niche of my audience, right? So go make more of those videos, right? These are all insights that will help you to be able to generate even more content. Now that we have this target audience, I'd love to, let's say, go to, this one's home decor. Let's find one that might be interesting, right? And this one's targeting busy moms. Let's try this one as an example. So now that we understand their pain points, okay, I'm going to come down here and find these hooks, and I'm going to copy these example topics or hooks, okay? I'm going to come up here to the top. I'm going to click Add Card. And essentially what I want to do, perhaps, is create a new card and say, what type of content? I want to please create ebook ideas based on these hooks and topics. Okay. Give me a title formatted in a hook style, a description, and 3 key bullet points for the ebook. Well, for each ebook. All right, so what am I doing? In Alphana, you can add a card to create content. What's great about that is that it also has the insights from the video that you uploaded, okay? Or the YouTube video that you pulled in. So now we're going to come up with ebook ideas, which helps you to generate more content. We just did all this work to analyze the target audience. And now if you look here, we now have hooks that tie directly to the pain points. So what do we want to do when we have that? We want to generate content now that target each one of these pain points so that you can drive more users or more customers into your marketing funnel. And so now I've got 5 different paint books, and we're going to create the ideas based on these. And I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. Now what it's going to do is it's not only going to analyze those bullets, but it's also analyzing the video. It's going to pull out any insights it can, and it's going to come up with some ideas that you can leverage so we can create an ebook. And here we go. First one, how to feel more energized with just 20 minutes a day. Learn how a simple 20-minute daily routine can supercharge your energy, improve focus, and boost confidence. This guide's perfect for busy individuals who want to make the most out of their time without sacrificing their well-being. So I would have probably changed to make sure that this said busy moms, not busy individuals. We could tweak that later, right? But boom, it gives you the key points to deliver inside the first ebook. Now here's the second one, 5 ways to fit workouts into your busy mom schedule. Boom, this perfectly hits with the target audience, right? Juggling family, work, and personal time can feel overwhelming. This ebook offers practical tips for moms to integrate fitness into their daily routines. Key points, tips for early morning workouts before kids work out, how to break up exercise into manageable sessions throughout the day, creative ways to involve your kids staying active together. And it did this for each individual ebook. Like, look at this quick routine that helps you stay sharp all day long. The easiest way to build confidence while juggling a hectic life. So now that we know that we hit all the pain points that busy moms have, and we have the ideas for the ebooks, we can now take this example as an idea. 5 ways to fit workouts into your busy mom schedule. Awesome. We're going to come over here. We're going to add a new card, and I'm going to say create your own. And I'm going to say, please create a, 1,500 word broken up by pages based on this pain point idea. Okay. So I don't know if you guys saw what I did. I had copied the ebook idea that I already liked. 5 ways to fit workouts into your busy mom schedule. It's already got the description and the framework with the key points it wants to cover. Okay. And I wanted to create a 1,500 word ebook broken up by pages based on this pain point idea. And I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. And now what it's going to do is actually draft a copy for you. And what's great with this is that now you could take this ebook and leverage it to give it away to customers. You could put this, you could even create a blog post out of it. But in this case, we're going to try to create a downloadable PDF. And here we go. 5 ways fit busy workouts. It goes into the intro and goes page by page. Here's page 1. Boom. Early morning workouts. It breaks it up. Starting your day as a workout. Sets a positive tone, gives you energy. As a one busy mom shared, I get up in the morning and do between 20-minute circuit or a 40-minute heavier lift before my kids get up. And then it gives you some tips. And it goes like that page by page just on this one idea that we extracted, right? Involve your kids, use your downtime wisely, prioritize your energy levels. It breaks up the benefits. Page 6 is a quick reference, 5 ways to fit workouts into your day. So it kind of summarizes it. And then page 7, final thoughts. It literally does all the work for you. And you know that if this was your target audience, it's going to hit directly on their pain points. There's no guessing at this point. How many languages can Alphana work with? It's a great question. So for videos that we import, it's roughly 16, 17 languages, I would say, but output is over 50 languages. So if you're, if your video's like in German or Spanish or English, you can, generate content in over 50 different languages. All right, so this right here, we just generated a full ebook. So this was an ebook. If I were to pull up, let's see, another example, this one on marketing, okay? Again, we could do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the pain points, right? Because we already have the example topics and hooks that directly relate to those pain points. We're gonna do the same thing, but this time, what do we wanna create? Potentially, I'm going to say, please generate. Is there anything that anybody would want to create? Go ahead and drop it into the chat. We can do blog post. We could do a LinkedIn post. We could do a Twitter thread. And we can come up with a newsletter or an email blast. Go ahead and drop in the chat. What do you guys want to see? Ideas for apps to generate. All right. Perfect. All right, let's do this. All right. Based on these pain points and hooks, please generate 5 ideas for apps that we can build to solve those pain points. All right. Now, in this case, we are targeting SaaS this particular video was about SaaS founders. Mike, would you want to target anybody in particular instead of SaaS founders? Is there a different target market you would look at? Just users? Well, I guess in this case, they're always going to be like some sort of business users or something like that. Okay. We'll just leave it targeting users, but they're all going to be, I got to put something like small business users. We'll put that as an example. All right. So now we pulled that in. We have what the pain points are, and we're now going to create, I'm just going to say create ideas. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We're going to do 7 ideas in this case because I want one for each. And here we go. And we let that run. Again, we're now taking the pain points that we already extracted and the hooks, and we're leveraging that now to create brand new app ideas. Boom. Here we go. Look at it go. Look at it go. It's on idea 5, idea 6, idea 7. Look at that. All right. What do we come up with? All right. 7 small business app ideas to solve these pain points. Number 1, how to know if you have a problem worth solving. All right. A lot of companies go through that problem. The app idea, a diagnostic tool that helps small business owners identify and validate customer pain points. Users input customer feedback, and the app analyzes trends, prioritizing issues, and suggests actionable solutions. All right. So now we've got one. We've got the content marketing prioritizer, your 5-step guide to prioritizing content marketing efforts. So it's a content planning app that uses customer awareness stages to rank content ideas. It guides users to focus on high impact topics by evaluating search keywords, customer intent, and funnel position. So here's got a couple. I mean, here's one, right? Competitor comparison builder. 3 ways to help prospects compare your product to competitors. It's a tool that creates dynamic comparison charts based on user input. Small businesses can easily showcase how their product stacks up against competitors, emphasizing the unique features and benefits. This is pretty cool. This can actually all be done with AI as well, right? If you were to do a competitor comparison tool. What else? Awareness stage content generator, how I create a content to address every stage of a customer awareness. And we talk about a content generator that suggests blog posts, videos, social media ideas tailored to each stage of customer awareness. It integrates with SEO tools to maximize reach and relevance. So in this case, what did we do? We just took these pain points and we generated 7 different app ideas that you could launch based on this. And now, you guys probably seen, I do have a session that literally covers prompt engineering. And we could even go more in depth for how we want these business ideas to be generated, right? And so these are all things that are possible with these pain points. Even to the point that if you come here to our card library, if you type ideas, okay, we actually have a whole set of cards that you can use to generate ideas. So for example, we could do a newsletter series ideas based on this video. We could do a product series ideas, right? A course ideas. So I know we've got teachers in here, so I'm going to go ahead and hit course or workshop ideas. And so this is now going to come up with a course or workshop ideas. If you wanted to do a one-time session to help your customers be able to solve some pain points, we can now leverage the insights from the video to be able to help come up with these ideas. And here it goes. It breaks them down. All right. Mastering the 5 stages of customer awareness for content marketing, right? Building a framework for prioritizing content creation, creating high-impact workshop agendas. And it explains what the workshop is. Just like what I showed you earlier for how we took an ebook and then broke up the ideas, and then we took those ideas and turned them into a ebook, you could do the same thing for a course, a workshop, a new video that you want to create. You could literally break down each one of those stages in here. Perfect. So that's the new template. Again, when you come into create, you come here, you have your cards, you can click on templates and you scroll down and you've got now the Target Audience Toolkit, which of course you can always search if you're just looking target audience, right? And here you go, it automatically searches through them. Now, what's really cool is if you don't want to generate with all 3 items, if you're just looking to extract a target audience, I could just type target audience here. And we have, boom, right here. We have an individual card that you can select as well, which is only going to generate that one piece of content, which is the target audience analysis, right? The same here with the audience messaging framework. And then here we have the pain point to content ideas. So these are 3 individual cards that you now have access to anytime that you want to create content. And of course, you could take advantage of our entire library to create reels, Instagram content, tweets. And, we have over 100 different types of cards that you could choose from to generate content from. So very versatile, but today was very focused on your target audience and messaging so you can create content for that audience. All right, any questions? Whether it's related to the target audience or anything else in Alphana, again, this is a power hour. This is for us to help you learn more, new tips and tricks, figure out what's new out here, and hopefully I could teach you something new each time. Blue Sky, that's a good point. Yeah, actually, we could do something for Blue Sky. What I would recommend right now for Blue Sky is, and maybe we could test this on another template. So I'll come up here. So this one about mental health, add card. Blue Sky is going to be similar to X, but with some differences, right? And so it's not the same as X or Twitter, but it is one of the direct competitors, similar to how Threads is. And so for now, until we get a template out, you could probably use our Twitter thread template if you want to generate something for it. And then from there, you could refine to be able to leverage that for Blue Sky. But again, you're totally right, Mike. It is not the same as X, but they do share similarities. Does that make sense? And here you go. And so right now I just generated a Twitter thread. And again, what's great about our threads is that they're already built in with hooks and a structure that's formatted for those platforms. Like, hey, working from home can be great, but it can also blur the lines between work and personal life. Here's a simple routine I follow to protect my mental health while staying productive. And then boom, it goes down into each individual tweet that you can use that breaks down how this works. Oh, great question. So we just got a question. How does this work? Do you post the entire thread at one time or do you drip those? Good question. So when it's a thread, you wouldn't drip it because they're all part of the same thought process. And so what you would do is you would actually copy each one into a thread. I'm going to show you on X just because I don't think I'm signed into Blue Sky right now. So if I come into X right now, I'm going to go ahead and hit next post. And when you come in here, like let's say if I came into Alphana and I took my thread, which is here somewhere, right? I'm going to pull the first one here. Let me just grab these two actually so I can show you. And so I'll drop this into X and I'll grab okay, that did not copy. Here we go. So you're going to do the first tweet, which is your hook in the first line. And then there's a plus button, which allows you to add another tweet connected to this one. It's essentially like replying within a thread. And so if I grab, let's say this one as an example, I can now post it as the second piece in the thread. And then you could do the same with the third one, right? And so this is how you would essentially take a thread from Alphana and post that automatically in here. Because what it does is it automatically posts all of them at the same time. And by posting them all at the same time, these all appear as content inside of the thread. I see, said the blind man. So this is how we would solve that. I'll show you why. So if I pull up, there's always threads here. All right, so we got this one. This guy posted a thread, right? Mark Zuckerberg just shocked the world on Theo Von's pod. They discussed, boom, boom, boom. Great. This is my first intro. As you scroll down, you'll see that it continues on. It talks about Zuck has a new vision for AI. He wants AI to get to know you. The second one, third point, fourth point, right? And he just breaks it down all in one thread. This is great. Why? Because these platforms, if you keep the person engaged, they read the first one, they clicked in it, and then they scroll down and they read the second one. The more time they spend on here and the more time that they're interacting with each one of these in the thread, the more that the algorithms will pick it up to boost it to other people to share that content more. So it helps boost virality by keeping people on your content because they're actually digesting and reading through the content. That's why it's always written in a certain way. They're usually not big, thick paragraphs. You can see that the lines are usually pretty short. And of course, they also track, okay, did it get likes? And then are people bookmarking it? Are people actually sharing this with others? And are people reposting these, right? But the first step is, hey, did you write good enough content that it keeps people reading through and engaging, making it super easy for them? And so that's why we These threads are super important, and we actually break them out for you very easily so that you don't need to know what to write for those threads, and we're automatically pulling in those insights from the video. Awesome. Now, by the way, the other thing that is super useful, you probably saw it on that Twitter thread. You see how he's got a featured image and he's got videos for each individual tweet. Well, once you generate clips in Alphana, because remember from every video, you can generate 5 or 10 short form clips. You'll see it here inside of your clips library. And now you could just go on ahead. Let's say you select the 5 clips. So now you could just start adding clips into each one of your threads automatically and just go ahead and hit download, right? And download. And we automatically process it. We use AI to auto crop if there's multiple people inside of the video. And now you have these clips that you can leverage to post alongside your content on, Threads, Blue Sky, or any other platform that supports it. That's all I have for you today. Again, today, this is the new template we rolled out. You'll see it here in your template library. You can log in today and use it inside of Alphana. It's called Target Audience Toolkit to help you nail your target audience messaging and content. So I really hope this was very useful for you. Take advantage. If you guys need anything at all, please, you can reach out to me directly. Again, my name is Sebastian Mora. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Alphana. Really thank everyone for watching here, and I will see you next time. Thanks again for joining. Bye, everyone.